Yeah, we live right now, but y'all know we gotta give you the intro first. What's up? Yeah. Yo.
We live, babe.
Yeah, we starting off this podcast. We already on the phone with the homie Ryan. What's poppin' with you, dog? Facts.
Can we have a Joe Budden? Can we have a Joe Budden moment?
Oh yeah. How Joe win that Spotify?
Yeah.
That's how it's about to go down today.
Bro, we gotta talk about it. Bro, Rod, what you did, I ain't gonna lie, you did call me about this, and I was like, no, our junk ain't even linked. Like, how is it? I do remember saying that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yo.
Right. All right. So for the homies that's listening,
I found out.
What happened is the distributor for our podcast. They have suspended our podcast, so we cannot distribute our podcast to any podcasting platform. That's a whole bunch of podcasts, right? So I got an email. What was that? Shit, it had to have been. Oh, I can actually pull it up. I'm pulling it up right now. Because I got
927.
I got an email that said, "Hey, podcast suspended." That was yesterday. Matter of fact, yesterday.
That was yesterday?
Yeah, got the email yesterday.
Son.
And I'm like, podcast suspended? What the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? I go on there and it's like, hey, yo, your shit's been suspended because you put in some dispute talking about it was fraudulent charges. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I literally just paid y'all 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
So how is this a thing? And then they start emailing back, and then I don't even know how this happened, but like Rod's email just popped up in that bitch, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, bro, so they hit me up and they talk about. So I go onto the computer and I'm like, yo, let me check Buzzsprout. Let me just see what's going on. And then it's like, hey, yo, your account is suspended and you cannot upload anything until it's resolved. And now Buzzsprout thinking they can come around here and try to strong arm somebody into paying some fees over some clerical error that was on their part. Right. Like, bruh, idiots, dog. Like, I'm trying to make it make sense in regards to how the hell any of this makes, like, how the hell is it was from the jump. Our accounts weren't even linked. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, the homie Rod, a founding member of Homie Studios.
But he's an affiliate.
But
you know what I'm saying? He has his own thing. He's his own boss. Like, come on, man. Like, what y'all doing?
Yeah, man.
I
Like
can see if it was linked from the start,
but it was never linked.
But it was never linked. So what is y'all doing?
So for the homies that's gonna be watching this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you might find this, if you don't see Homie Studios on your podcasting platforms for a bit, you understand why.
No, we're gonna bounce back and find some. We're gonna find another.
Oh no, definitely, but still.
But this just happened like yesterday, today. Like,
right.
We just finding this out. Like what?
Now what you said, Rod? Yeah. No, but like, see, but like, if we're gonna find a place or another distributor, like we can find that. That's not gonna be the problem. Bro, listen. All right, so they hit me with the, hey, we've been notified that we have a disputed charge. And I'm like, yo, I was like, we did not request a dispute for the charge. This must be a bank error. Because at this point, I didn't even know they were even bringing you into this, right? And I was like, it must be a bank error. We would like to keep our account active. They was like, well, you need to contact your bank as soon as possible, let them know the 2 disputed charges were approved. The card on file is under the name, your name, and in the Visa, your Visa. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, huh? Wait, what? Like at that point, I'm like, I have no clue what is going on here. And then like they followed it up, and like here comes an email with Gerard's in there, and they're saying like the podcast was not canceled. You contact the support on April 1st about your Spotify listing. Are you sure you're thinking about the same a different podcast? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like that doesn't even make any sense compared to what the fuck we were even, trying to figure out here. You know what I mean? And like obviously Rob was like, yo, that podcast was canceled. Okay. And then like they're like not paying attention to the fact that we're saying, hey, that was just Ball and Q's been canceled since like February. And then Rod hits him with the screenshot that shows that it's been canceled and it's the email from Buzzsprout. You see what I'm saying?
We're not connected.
You feel me? Like it's
you know what it is? People don't like to see that they're wrong. Especially corporate America. Yeah. Anybody in corporate, they hate when you find out they're wrong. They ain't gonna apologize either.
Right. Like we were paying completely separate, different invoices. Like one invoice is in Ron's name, one invoice is in my name. Why? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, we need our money back.
So, moral of the story here, hey, Buzzsprout, we finna find us a new podcast distributor. We gonna get the fuck up out of there because y'all got me fucked up. Cause this is the number one thing that like the shit that run so fucking wrong for me. It says I got an email from them at 6:06 p.m. today that says Buzzsprout has been charged $72 for disputed invoices as well as $31.89 in fines from our merchant provider for allegations of fraud. If you'd like to continue doing business with us, you will need to cancel the disputes or repay the fees. If anyone had contacted us, we would have been able to help. But at this point, we have no choice but to fight the dispute with the bank. Please let me know. Please let me know how you want to proceed. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? Like, yeah. They got life and me fucked up.
Yeah, they got things kind of backwards, bro. Like y'all got things backwards. Let's respond. Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. See, the thing was, is like, they're gonna send an email. They're gonna send an email saying, well, here's the two items that are disputed. This is this man's name with this man's last four of his credit card. Why are you sending this information to somebody that's not named Gerard Port? You know what I'm saying?
Now you got a lawsuit.
So if y'all really want to take it there, you know the vibes. But regardless, I'm letting the homies know that no matter what, y'all gonna still be able to find us on YouTube and our Facebook page for the time being until we find another distributor to go through. For best coming back. We still coming back, and any podcast that does not drop on time will just be dropped in like a lump sum. So in case, like, say, if we don't get this shit until next week, and like Sunday next week, then what happened is today's podcast and next week's podcast will both be dropped on the same day, because we're not going to let you not have the content out there, because of some bullshit is.
No, you ain't. We got drugged into it because of them, though. Like, it's not nothing you did. You didn't do nothing. You said cancel my junk. They sent you something that said yours is canceled and it's not going to affect Homie Studios, and then it affects Homie Studios. There's nothing that you did, bro. Like,
everything
It's that simple. They're making it hard, bro. Like, that's how sometimes people be. And then when they make a mistake, they don't want to just, instead of just saying, oh, yo, we made a mistake, here's this, here's that, and fixing it. Now they're just trying to run with it, and they're trying to manhandle the situation. Yeah. Instead of coming with grace, they're trying to come with arrogance, I guess.
Yeah.
Arrogance, and you wrong, and you just made another mistake. Like, do you realize what you're doing? You don't realize what you're doing, because that tells me the person that responded, you responded emotionally. Even though you think you're talking about this and that, you responded emotionally because you're not looking at the facts of the situation, buddy. You're not. So.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. So, Rod, what you doing? You staying on, or you hopping off? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
all
sir.
Right, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Yo. All right, man. But yeah, what's good, homies? Welcome to episode 86 of Homie Studios. It's your boy ST Feet GREAT, joined by the homie Shades. What's good with your boy, huh?
What's happening, huh? You know what I'm saying? We had one of them weeks, and then cap it off on, usually the podcast is the therapy. Right. But then they trying to disrupt that.
Bro, and
what a peace at, bro? Can we get some peace?
I'll just reiterate that everything that was in the email that they sent to Rod was wrong. But first, before we even continue, I got to do this. Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. But I'm just saying, like, okay, so listen to the verbiage in the email, dog. First off, it says, but the Buzzsprout account for Ball and Q has been canceled. This is February 7th, 2022, right? Later in the email, it says, you will not be billed again for this account. And then afterwards, it says, this does not affect your other podcast, Homie Studios podcast.
Wow.
So how are we being affected, man? But I don't want to harp on this forever, dog. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you just say to that? Wow.
You know what I mean? There you go, guys. Like, way to lose a customer. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely out. You feel me? And shit. That shit threw me for a loop, bro. All right, man. Let's hold on. There it is. That's all I can say to that shit. Yo, you ready to slide over to this shit, man?
Let's slide. Slide.
Cause it's time for barbershop talk. Baby, in like prices. That's what just happened there, bro.
Bro, you went back to 14.
Jesus Christ. I ain't never had one that. I ain't had one that bad. I quit on one before, but I ain't had one that bad before.
That was unique.
That was unique.
Oh snap!
Hey man, before we get into like everything, right? We gotta start here. We gotta start here. We gotta send our condolences. We gotta send our prayers out to the family and friends of Dwayne Haskins, who passed away last week. I believe he was running across the highway in Miami.
Right.
And it's just unfortunate. I don't know what got him out there. You know,
a lot of people don't want to really dive into the crux and of everything, but I kind of do. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I kind of want to dive into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he got reports came out that he got hit by a car. He did not. He got hit by a dump truck. So nobody still knows why he was crossing the interstate. You know what I'm saying? But reports have come out and it's been confirmed that there was a woman passed out in the passenger seat and she was intoxicated. So pretty much they're speculating she was passed out. They're thinking that maybe speculated that he ran out of gas and he was trying to, or maybe she passed out and I don't know, like maybe panicked. I don't know.
Right.
But that it can be confirmed that there was a woman found inside the car passed out. And
of the car of Dwayne Haskins?
Of Dwayne Haskins.
Okay.
Correct. So, you know what I mean? So nobody really knows, you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to say rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. I can't say that I was a fan, you know what I'm saying? But from a human being to a human being, like rest in peace, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he went professionally, if we're talking professionally, he went from the Redskins and got bred up by the Steelers, and then how the Steelers players and the Redskins players is talking about him. He was a great teammate. He was a great dude. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I didn't know him, but I'm gonna take their word for it because they was there with him every day. You know what I'm saying? They seen what type of person he was. You know what I mean? So regardless of what other people may say, which is what I also want to get into, is Adam Schefter and Gil Brandt. What they said was completely like, bro, I don't feel like they got enough. Like, they got social media backlash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. You're not supposed to judge people or whatever like that, but that's a clear disregard for human life. You know what I'm saying? If you're just going to, somebody pass away and then you're just going to automatically talk about their career and NFL, whether it wasn't what it was supposed to be. But,
right. Like,
you know
don't on the day,
like,
don't on the day that I pass away talk about, well, he wasn't, he was considered a bust or whatever the case may have been and shit. Like what does that got to do with this man's life? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you this though, SC, like Adam Schefter's on my watch list, bro, because I'm watching out for homie. Because I won't be surprised if some crazy story come out about him about some other jump. Because this is the second time. This is basically like one of the second times where we see Adam Schefter's name in the negative light and within a year. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, no, man.
The first thing was a John Gruden situation, which, even though that was a little smoky, that wasn't really too bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? But then when you do this,
that lets you know where.
Like, bro, where there's smoke, there's fire.
That confirms the where there's smoke, there's fire.
Like, bro, I'm not going to be surprised, like, if something comes out with Shefty over the next 5 years where his career ending and if people going to try to defend him or, like, Shefty got something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, homie got something going on. And Gil Brandt.
What's the new guy who's been breaking a lot of NFL stuff? What's his guy name?
Daniel Jeremiah.
Yeah, he's about to take over for Shefty.
Yeah,
because Shefty's about to start losing some of his connects with shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
And like,
especially within the community. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, why would they? Like, we clearly see how you think about it or how you think about people.
Like,
not even us.
Him being a bad football player has nothing to do with this is not the time to bring up what his talents are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even important in this scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's just a lack. That's just pure disrespect, bro.
Like, ain't nobody coming up and saying like, "Hey, you know, if Schefter." No, I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to go down that road. But regardless, when I look at Schefter, bro, like, what gives you like? You're not his family. You're not an associate with him. Like, I understand you're Adam Schefter and you break news, but let their family break the news. Like, it's the same shit I have, the same issues I be having with TMZ. Like, let these people's family get the news, receive the news, accept the news, then be able to process it and then give the news out when they see fit.
People's lives are their news, so they just think of people as a news story instead of as a person.
Right.
They just think of some to boast their career. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know that people and some people within the culture, American culture, have lost their way, and it's a world thing too. You know, some people have lost their way. They care more about clicks than people's spirit and people's soul. You know what I'm saying?
So, it's crazy because when I used to look at Schefter, man, Schefter would give like football news.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I'm saying, like, and it wasn't clout chasing.
Yeah, man. I kind of thought he was a down to earth dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, again, this is TV, this is persona, but he seemed like a straight edge dude that, like, you know, he played by the book, he played by the rules. Like, that's what he do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But see, like,
that's what I thought he was. I thought he was just like one of those type of guys.
Like, I've never been one of the people that thinks like these guys are that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I never think that they're above making mistakes.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at Shefty, man, and I look at how he approached this, and it's just like you could have came so many different ways. Pause. You could have came at this scenario so many different ways, and you chose to do it the dirtiest way.
Like, that's like, did Dwayne say something to you or something?
Like, and even if you did, this man is dead now. Like, you gotta let that shit go if he said something. But even if he said something, Schefter, you're supposed to be more professional than that. So yeah, man, fuck Schefter for right now, bro. Like, that's a whole lot of stuff.
And kind of going, I mean, not to be on some dark news because things it's about to lighten up. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? We got 23 minutes going in. You know what I'm saying? But 49ers receiver Deebo Samuel was receiving death threats, as well as racist messages. The fact that he removed 49ers after he removed 49ers from his IG and social media. You know, so you know, prayers out to him. You know what I mean? But again, that speaks to the culture. You know, that speaks to what people really hold you to. You know what I mean? They only see them as football players, not athletes, and you're not making a team money, and they can't make money off of you, and this and that. So they just see you as money is a powerful thing, but it's a tool, man. And we're just seeing it unfold right in front of our eyes, you know. I think hopefully, you know, as a culture, as a people, you know what I'm saying, we can realize how much power we really have, you know. And I'm not saying that people should just like walk away from football altogether, but if a major shift like that were to happen, you know, it would change life itself.
It would change the football world in an instant. But the thing is like, that ain't happening. Because there's going to be way too many people that are out here still trying to do what's right by their family, as opposed to do what's right by the league. And they're going to come and get their check, that check that you can't get nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't too many places for some of these people that's getting paid big bucks that you getting $1 million a game.
Right. What else you gonna do?
What else you gonna do that you getting paid every week or every two, and they paying you $2 million every two? Like, where you?
I think they kind of know that, and that's why things keep happening, recycling with it. It's getting cleaned up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Slowly but surely,
but slowly but surely. But some of this stuff got stopped. You know what I'm saying? You can't really stop can't really stop the masses. The fact that we live in a free country and everything like that, people gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people want to do whatever they want to do, man, and that's just in the day. But in regards to Debo, man, like, hey yo, San Fran, this is how you lose superstars.
The man perform for you.
Like, if that man decided he wanted to take that stuff down so he can figure out whatever it is, but we don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's at the end of the day, we don't even know what's caused any of this. So I would advise y'all to just like maybe, just maybe, be a little bit smarter here and like not send death threats, but then that lets you know where some people's head truly is at, man, and that's kind of sick. And but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
It is what it is, man.
That's what it is, man.
All right, let's lighten this up a little bit. Woo! We're gonna lighten this up.
Ric Flair.
Woo! It's lighten it up.
Yeah, it's lighten up a little bit.
Homies, it ain't lightening up for us.
Oh my God.
Because Jesus Christ. Stephon Gilmore is now an Indianapolis Colt.
Okay, so you know how I go overboard sometimes.
Yeah.
But that move, they already made a couple of other moves.
Yeah.
That move makes them legitimate Super Bowl contenders. In my opinion. Okay. The reason for that is you're in a weak conference.
Right.
The only team you really got to worry about is the Titans, and the Titans can be caught. Yeah. If you can win your division, that's your playoff spot. And if you take it from there. But they got the recipe.
They got Matty Ice.
They got Matty Ice. They are slacking that receiver.
I don't think they are. I think what they have.
I mean, they got Pascal and they got Pittman.
I think what they have, and T.Y. is coming back. But I think what they have is young guys who still just got to make the next step.
Right.
And like, I can see Pittman making the next step.
Yeah, I can, especially with Matty Ice.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got Taylor though. Now you got Taylor.
Right. I mean,
and then Marlon Mack a free agent, I think.
Yeah, Marlon Mack's a free agent. They got Nakeem Hines.
And they got Nakeem.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, the ground game was strong. The defense just got better.
DeForest Buckner, Leonard. Now I got Gilmore.
Yeah, they got something at each level, and that's kind of what you need.
That's what you need. They got the recipe, bro.
Something at each level that you got.
At every line, at every important position, they got somebody there.
Yeah.
And the offensive line is nothing to slack on. It's what, top 10?
Nothing to slack on. Their offensive line is great. They got a great line, which is something that Matt Ryan ain't had in a very long time. You give him time. He can make Pittman look like something. He can make Pittman. He ain't gonna make him look like Julio, but he can make him look like Ridley.
Ridley was balling.
Oh, you got a quarterback that can actually drop it in on
run those routes.
But you got a quarterback that can drop it in on Pascal. So then you can really utilize him. Okay.
And Pascal like to move around too.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, they got pieces. Oh God. No, I'm not.
You did it.
God, I'm not.
You did it.
No, they got.
You did it.
They have things in place. I can't say that. I'm never saying that again. I'm not saying that again. They got things in place.
You already know it though.
They got things in place.
You ain't gonna say it, but you know it.
I guarantee I won't say it for the rest. You won't hear it all season. You won't hear it all season.
Every time they win a game, I'm gonna be like, nigga,
bro, you ain't gonna be feeling comfortable enough to be coming out here talking about, oh, the Indianapolis Colts got things in place.
If there's one team in the NFL that I do not like, it is the Colts.
The Colts.
And it's because of Peyton Manning.
That bastard. Tormented us.
Omaha! All the way down to 3 seconds the whole game. Every play. Working the way down the field.
Yes, but I'm never saying it again.
Not for the Colts.
Yeah.
Pete!
Nope. Like I will repeat last year. Just be looking at the Bengals talking about pieces because I was right all last year.
Straight up.
I was right all last year. All right, man.
I can't wait to talk about that division.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. All right, what the hell is this crap? What's this bullshit about Floyd and AB, dog?
So Floyd was on. He was on the pivot twice, but he came on with Alex Rodriguez this time because I think he got the pivot linked with Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
And he came on, and they did a two-part show. They did Alex Rodriguez, and then you can see that clearly. Floyd that came because it was the same setup, you know what I'm saying? So, but Floyd came on and basically he made a bet with an NFL team that said, "Yo, I'll put $20 million on AB. That if he messes up, you know, I'll pay you $20 million. But if he goes through the whole season with no hiccups, y'all pay him y'all pay us $20 million."
I mean, so he pretty much like a promoter.
Be Don King.
Don King in this thing. That's the name I was looking for in the back of my head, but I couldn't pull it. That man Don King in this thing, huh?
Be Don King in the NFL.
Now,
that's a nasty bet.
It's a nasty bet.
I might take him on it.
I would if I was a team in the NFL. Like, I don't know. What if the Bucks went back and got him? Now that Bruce Arians is not the head coach. Bruce Arians went up into management though?
Yeah.
With the Bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't happening. All right. Okay, so
now he got even more power.
Yeah, no. He got stronger around there. But all right, so it won't be.
But he said any NFL team.
I know. I was just thinking about it too.
Bro.
No, he's not going anywhere like that.
You don't think so?
Nah, because the bet itself would lend to the team wanting to actually do it. So it'll be a team that can actually really use it.
True.
Saints would be nasty. Saints would be nasty because I think that Jameis can get him the ball. You know? And then you bring Michael Thomas back.
You got Kamara.
And you bring Michael Thomas back.
Mm-hmm. But you got Kamara.
Yeah.
That's going to open it up for AB alone. AB and Kamara alone will open up that play action. Nasty. Michael Thomas added to it. It's just disgusting.
Michael Thomas demanding doubles. You singling up AB? Or you double up AB? You singling Michael Thomas?
No, but AB messed up because AB said that he's not getting surgery until he's signed. That's dumb. He should have got the surgery already and then been in recovery so he can be ready to go.
Yeah. See, but see, maybe that'll be why the team won't take this deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He'll go the whole year without messing up because he ain't playing.
Right.
Smart one, Floyd. I just saw it.
You ain't slick, motherfucker.
You ain't slick, boy. You ain't slick.
Nah, man. Hold on. I got you, bro. All right, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
But yeah, no. Like, what team you think go? Okay, so we said Saints. What's another team? I got one.
The Ravens?
No. Even though that's a good one, too. That's a good one, so I had that one. So we got Saints and Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos. You got Melvin Gordon and Williams.
I don't remember his first name.
From North Carolina. Javonte Williams.
But you got Julie and Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
I see where you're going there.
Yeah. Okay, so you got Judy and Cortland and Tim Patrick, right? So you got them guys. But I just saw Brady be in Tampa with Mike Evans and Godwin, and they still brought this man in, and it still worked.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you got to think about this though.
Yeah.
Is being in a city like Denver in a state like Colorado a good idea for AB?
I don't know if AB smoke.
He need to. Because whatever the hell he doing, because whatever the hell he doing, that shit ain't it.
I was about to say Green Bay.
Who they just signed? They just signed somebody.
Sammy.
Watkins. That ain't replacing Devontae Adams. I'm letting y'all know right now.
That is a poor man. That's a broke man's Devontae.
That's a homeless man's Devontae, bro. Like,
that's disrespect to Sammy, but I mean, I know you're talented and everything, but bro, you is injury prone. If there's any word for injury prone, Sammy Watkins.
Bro,
when
Sammy came out of Clemson, he was supposed to be the receiver.
Sammy was supposed to be what Devontae is right now.
Sammy was supposed to be the one, and it turned out to be D-Hop. And hell,
I definitely thought Sammy was gonna be better than D-Hop.
And hell, put it this way: if it wasn't for the fact that this dude was just clowning and getting himself in so much shit, Martavius Bryant would have been better than
Oh, for sure.
Like that receiver room at Clemson.
Martavius Bryant.
That receiver room at Clemson was so nasty, dog.
Nasty.
Filthy.
Nasty.
Damn. That's a hell of a receiver room, bro.
Bro,
What? Because I'm gonna tell you now, that's better than the Alabama receiver rooms. Don't worry, I'll wait.
I mean, I kind of think that's yet to be seen because this Alabama receiving room is
any of the Alabama receiving rooms.
I'm just saying this one right here the one that came out recently could be pretty nasty. With Waddle and I mean Ruggs is
like the Martavius Bryant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Ruggs is the Martavius Bryant. You got Jerry Jeudy still, and I forgot about who you just said. Who you just said? Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they could shake out to be, but I see what you're saying. Right as of right now.
Like what we've seen
100%.
from what we see, because we got to keep it 1,000 with Sammy too. When we've seen Sammy healthy,
he was giving people that word.
That's a nigga you don't want to see. But he's had way too many injuries now that it's just really kind of bogged down his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's unfortunate because Sammy's too nice of a receiver, but sometimes these guys, their bodies do betray them. You know what I mean?
Yo, I just thought of one more. But it would probably be just because of the organization who it is, it wouldn't work out. But it would be nasty just on paper. The Browns.
That would be the organization that does it too.
Yeah.
That would be nasty.
That would be disgusting.
Amari Cooper and AB.
With Njoku.
Nick
Chubb and and your boy.
Yeah. That's nasty.
That would be disgusting.
That's downright filthy.
I think that might be the one. I might even like that over the Ravens.
Yeah, I like it. I like it better than the Ravens.
Yeah. AB with Deshaun? Okay.
It'd be filthy. All right, man. Let's slide over the basketball.
Hey, man, we got these playoffs, so we did a hypothetical.
Oh, a word? We did?
We did a hypothetical NBA playoff picture at the time.
Okay.
But we got the official one.
Almost. We got the final play-in game that's happening right now.
Oh, for sure.
But first, before we even get to that, Timberwolves, Minnesota, them boys making it to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
No thanks to Cat.
No thanks to Cat. But them boys making it to the playoffs. Shout out to them boys. Finally making that return. Anthony Edwards, he a hooper. Big hooper.
D-Lo came in the clutch.
Big hooper.
Pat Bev with that defense and tenacity.
Big ass hooper.
You know.
Pat Bev with
he was getting laughed at in the beginning of this season because he said they was going to the playoffs. He said that at the beginning of the year.
Who, Pat Bev?
Yeah, he called it out in the beginning of the year. He said it was going.
I mean, see, that's to be expected because Pat Bev's going to definitely voice that shit. You know what I'm saying? Pat Bev ain't going to even have you questioning what his intentions is.
Yo, and didn't it have to happen on a team that didn't bring you back?
Right.
He told them boys, take you home.
Yeah. So apparently, Timberwolves played We Are the Champions after the dub, right? In the locker room, is that what happened?
No, I think they were playing. No, I think they were playing in the arena.
Oh, in the arena?
Yeah, bro.
Minnesota. Let me explain
Cash.
something to you. Let me explain something to you, Minnesota. Y'all gonna stop with this act like y'all ain't never.
No, y'all get swept. Cause y'all playing they playing the Grizzlies? Is that a play? They ain't playing. That's a playoff.
Well, here just to kind of do a little jump ahead. Well, let's see what we got. We got They got the 7th seed. So they got Memphis first.
Yep.
They got Memphis first. Y'all about to get your ass beat.
Smack.
So once again,
smack.
Minnesota,
smack.
Please learn that and stop acting like y'all ain't never been there before, because that's what y'all sounding like right now.
For real.
Real.
How far Anthony Towns get fouled out so early? And then how did coach keep him in there? I think he had 4 fouls in the first half.
That's the problem, because normally what you do is you let your superstars, you can play through the fouls because they're supposed to be superstars and know what they're doing.
But he was clearly frustrated. As a coach, you gotta pull.
And see, that'd be my shit. That'd be the shit I be talking about. Like, that's coaching. At the end of the day, that boils down to coaching, bro. Why in the hell you got your frustrated star out there 4 fouls in the first half? Now you got to come out in the second half and hope this man don't touch the soul. You know what I'm saying?
And then he was clearly playing scared, like he didn't want to foul. I mean, he was frustrated. He wasn't in his flow, bro. You had to take him out and get him under control. A good coach would have pulled him out, and that might be this tall tale to their season. It might be coaching. It might come down to coaching.
Yep.
Because you got saved right there, but they ain't gonna save you They ain't gonna save you against the Grizzlies.
No.
You can't play like that against the Grizzlies.
No.
Because the Grizzlies, shoot, if it wasn't for the Suns, they'd be the best team in the league right now.
The Grizzlies are here.
Because they're good without their star player.
The Grizzlies are here, and I'm just gonna keep this 1,000. Ja's here. Ja is about to come in this playoffs, and
you know who I can't wait to see? Pat Bev versus Ja.
Oh yeah, they've been talking.
Oh, they have been.
They've been talking. They've been chirping. I just saw something earlier today where they were saying Ja ain't backing down. He ready for the war with Pat Bev.
Already know.
Pat Bev ain't.
Pat Bev gonna play dirty, bro.
Pat Bev gonna play dirty, but this is the thing.
He gonna get whammed on.
He getting whammed on. Notoriously. And continuously. I don't think Pat Bev can stay in front of Ja.
I don't think he can, but he will pass the Ja. And it'll be a long series.
No, he's gonna pass.
But Ja's still dropping 20 plus.
20, yeah.
And if he get going, he gain confidence, then you might get 40. Because Ja's about to go off.
Ja's about to let y'all know, hey, this is first playoff appearance, right?
Yeah, they had a play-in opportunity last year.
And then they lost that one.
Right.
And he balled in that game.
Yes.
Ja about to step into
the team is here though. The team is matched up with Ja.
Right. No, I know. That's why it's gonna work. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying right now.
For sure.
Ja's about to come in and let it be known for the next 5-10 years.
The Grizzlies here, bro.
The Grizzlies here.
Because they're young.
The team
is
young. You know what I mean?
Because him and Clark, Brandon Clark came in at the same time. Because I remember Clark was playing for Gonzaga.
Yep.
And Clark a good player. He remind me of Grant Hill a little bit. Like his game. He got a good all-around game. Very fundamentally sound. And he's blossomed into a great player, bro. Like he's gonna be a great role player. Like he's gonna be in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Trust him to league. Like Brandon, barring injury, God bless him. You know what I'm saying? But Clark is gonna be here to stay.
Well, shout out to the Timberwolves for at least making it to the playoffs, I guess.
For sure.
Shout out to Cat. Hopefully, this does something. Hey, go out there and shock the world. Doubt it. But go out there and shock the world.
Hey man, you gotta go out there and you gotta do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shout out to them for making it to the playoffs, and shout out to Miles Bridges and the Boys. Yo. So tell us about this shit.
So Miles Bridges got ejected from a game, and he did kind of like walk up to the ref like he was about to swing on Cuz. He straight up walked up to the ref like he was about to swing on him. He got ejected, and then while he got ejected, he got heckled by a fan. You can clearly see the fan like heckled him and everything. Mm-hmm. And then it was just like an immediate reaction. It was just like he took his mouthpiece and he threw it. And then, but when he hit it, he hit the wrong person. He didn't even hit the person that heckled him.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That man just took a straight cut.
Right. But the only thing I don't like is the dude that was heckling him is like he ain't do nothing. Like, bro, what you just said to him that make him say that, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be going too far with the whole. Like, y'all be going too far with it, yo.
Like, yes. In one instance, yes, these guys should be. Yes, these guys should be able to maintain their composure, but at the end of the day, these are human beings.
Like, and you got testosterone, you got
high pressure
adrenaline, high pressure situation. You just got ejected, and then you gonna heckle somebody like you know what you was doing.
Yeah.
And then you gonna try to play dumb like you ain't know.
I hate fans like that, yo. They get on my damn nerves because then when the player has to retaliate or just by instincts retaliates. Now they the bad guy.
Exactly.
How am I the bad guy?
Well, in this situation, he is because he didn't hit the right person.
I get that.
Even him hitting the right person, that's not the right reaction to it.
We just
saw. He shouldn't react that way. You know what I'm saying?
We just saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock at the damn Emmys, bro. Or what was it? Grammys, Emmys, Oscars. It's one of the damn
Oscars.
I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah. I never watched.
But we just saw that, so that we have to kind of be like, you got to be smarter than that. But at the same time, like, yo, instincts are instincts, yo, and sometimes you don't got the best grasp of them.
Most definitely.
And you got to.
But Miles Bridges came out and apologized and said that can't be tolerated, and you know what I mean. And he apologized for everything. So, you know what I'm saying. I think he understands and. Maybe the league will come down with some type of punishment towards them. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do that. Because if a fan would have threw something at them, then the NBA, you know how Russ is, and everybody. If a fan would have thrown something at them, you know what I mean? They would have been like, "Oh, fans gotta like," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
it's the same. It should go. It should be reciprocated. You can't do that either as an athlete.
Yeah. I mean that's the PC shit. I just want to know what this motherfucker said.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like. If he said some wild shit like, "Hey, Miles Bridges, you should want to shit up or whatever there, run our test his ass," you know what I'm saying? Like,
for somebody to throw their mouthpiece, like you got to say something.
You got to say something ignorant. You know what I mean? And we look. I'm gonna put it this way. The footage on the Malice in the Palace is kind of fuzzy at this point. We might need an updated version. So I'm just saying, look, man, HD is a thing now, bro. Like if we capture it now, now when we see it in the future, it ain't gonna never look like this nonsense that we was looking at when you go look at the highlights of the shits now. The highlight tape is garbage, dog.
Nintendo 64.
Bro, straight graphic, like 64-bit graphics in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm trying to see 1080p. You know what I'm saying?
My boy said it's 2022, bro.
Hey, man, just to get an updated one real quick.
Let's get an updated Malice.
Anyway, yeah. All jokes, honestly.
All jokes.
All right, man. Let's talk about these playoffs, man. Let's talk about the action. Let's break this down.
Who you got?
Right? So, obviously, if you're looking on the screen here, some of this has been updated. Like, we know Brooklyn is the 7th seed. We know that Cleveland and Atlanta is playing currently. Hold on, matter of fact, let me take a look at this score. But Cleveland and Atlanta is playing currently, and the score to this game is Cleveland is up 61-51 at half.
Mm.
So it looks like if Cleveland pulls out this game, they're gonna be playing Miami first.
Ooh.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
I got Cleveland.
Yeah, I got Cleveland for the night.
I know playing, bro.
What up, though, Bruzzo? What's popping with you? Ah?
RP.
You know what I mean?
What up, boy?
What's good with you, Bruzzo? Hold up. All right, so let's go to this. All right, so that's on the East. So we got 7. We got 2 versus 7. We got Boston versus Brooklyn. We got Milwaukee versus Chicago. Philly versus Toronto. Miami versus probably Cleveland.
Probably.
Over on the West, we got 2 versus 7. What's that? So we got Memphis versus the Grizzlies. I'm sorry, Memphis versus the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Minnesota. We got Golden State versus Denver. That's gonna be a hell of a series.
Yes.
We got Dallas versus Utah, and then we got the Phoenix versus what's probably going to be the Spurs.
Think so?
I'm sorry, not the Spurs. The Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my bad. It's probably going to be the Pelicans because PG is out in this playing game. Can't play. Not playing. No Paul George.
Mm.
You ain't got no Paul George.
Oh, y'all gone.
You ain't even. We already know you ain't got Kawhi.
Because Brandon Ingram's the next KD.
So that's gonna be tough. So we probably looking at Phoenix versus the Pelicans, and that means Pelicans gonna get spanked.
Pelicans versus who?
Pelicans versus Phoenix.
Yeah.
First round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna look hot. Hey.
But I mean, my thing is, B.I. got some help.
Yeah.
B.I. got some help. You know, we got McCollum, and they got, I think that's all they got. Right? But that ain't gonna be enough.
All right. So how you want to do this? You want to go this series by series?
Series by series.
All right. So I'm gonna pull this back up.
Who you got why?
All right.
We'll go game by game, and we'll take turns.
All right. So we start in East or West.
Let's go East.
All right. We're gonna start in the East. We're gonna start with this 1 versus 8, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna say. So I got Miami against Cleveland. I got Miami coming out of that one. Just a better overall team. Like it's just that's just.
I think Miami versus Hawks will be a better series.
I agree because they tend to the Hawks tend to play the Heat pretty strong every week.
Yeah.
Every time we play, so yeah, I can see that would be in the tougher one, but I see.
But Garland is here.
Garland is here, but it's the team here. No, they're not.
They got LeVert.
Yeah, like the whole team ain't
Kevin
there.
Love, and that dude, they big man, I think his name Gibson or Mobley. No, I forgot his name.
I haven't stayed too up on Cleveland all that.
Yeah, I mean, I just recently been paying attention. I mean, I've seen him the whole year, but I didn't think it was gonna last. But it's Garland. Garland is a spit. He's here.
Yeah,
he's here. So
absolutely.
That Olympic offseason definitely helped him out. He definitely gave him that confidence to just being around that talent, soaking that up. I guarantee you, that confidence is sky high right now. So
yeah. But
I still think the Hawks will be a better series. But I'm taking Miami as well, just off the strength of y'all been very consistent this year, minus what's happened last. That's probably just what I'm saying, late season. You never know what energy and what emotions and what's been said, who said what. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
The Miami Heat always seem to use that to propel them instead of it being an anchor. It actually propels them forward. So
right.
Y'all have always been that type of being able to, and that's Jimmy Butler's mindset anyway. You know what I'm saying? At least you know you got a coach that ain't gonna take that jump.
Right.
And neither is the team.
That's why
neither is the GM.
That's why the coach is strong enough that even if they go out here, like this ain't the first time you've seen Miami Heat players fight on the sidelines. You can look at the culture has been there forever. The culture's been there since Pat Riley showed up.
I mean,
so you look at it. Hell, you can go look back at when it was the Heatles, when they used to always beat up on Mario Chalmers.
Alonzo Mourning.
Mario Chalmers used to get that work from anybody on the damn team. all the time.
Bro, you remember Alonzo Mourning?
Yeah.
He ain't fighting the team, but I'm just saying fighting period.
Right. No, but I'm just saying, like, even if you just wanted to go teammate to teammate, like Chalmers used to get his ass bullied all the time because he was a knucklehead.
So
you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I got y'all.
Toronto. I'm sorry. Yeah, Toronto and Philly. Who you got?
I'm going Philly because Embiid. I think he deserves the MVP this year. He's my MVP for this year.
Okay.
And the last time they played in the playoffs, the only reason they won was Kawhi's last second heroics, and they don't have no Kawhi on their team now. So, I mean, even though Toronto's kind of had the number this year, I kind of feel that Doc Rivers can at least get them past round one with Embiid alone, whether James Harden is there or not. I think Embiid can power them by them because they do have Maxey, they do got Tobias Harris, they do got Danny Green. James Harden is there where, I mean, he should be at least be able to get you 15, 20 points. Thibault, he can play in Philly, so that's your defensive guy. He can't play in Toronto because he didn't get the second vaccine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm taking Philly because Embiid. I'm going Philly and Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with Philly also. Primarily, like you pretty much hit the nail on the head on everything. But I just like the physicality of the team. You know what I mean? Like
playing different.
They playing it different.
Can we talk about Philly for a second though?
By all means.
Because there's rumors circulating that if they don't get far, they don't progress. Like Daryl Morey is pushing for Doc Rivers to get fired and to get Dan Antonio as the coach.
Well, then that seems like that's more of an agenda than anything.
For sure.
You know?
But I would say if that happens, Joel Embiid might regress or plateau. Because Joel Embiid has transformed the moment that Doc Rivers got there. Joel Embiid been balling, but he hasn't been able to be consistent and in shape.
Yeah.
Consistently and ball at this level until Doc Rivers got there.
I don't think he plateaus. I think more than anything, what you see is a guy who is given some form of structure.
Right.
And if Embiid wants to continue to be great, he now has the blueprint.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think
you got to use that to move forward.
Right. And I got to give him some form of credit for intelligence.
Right.
He can clearly see.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah. You can see, oh, this is working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I should continue to do this. You know?
Like, I don't say watch out for that, though, bro. Because that coaching change, that culture change, especially if the player didn't want it, could cause a rift if he doesn't vibe with it. Then it's on him.
Man, that's an if.
That's a big if, but there's a possibility.
Like it's an if. It's an if. That's all it is at this point until we see otherwise.
I really want to hear I really want to know about the relationship between Embiid and Doc Rivers. I want to know if they're close. Because to me, that would say a lot.
I'm sure.
Because Embiid has like really transformed. Like,
I'm sure if you just pulled up some some articles from like those local newspapers. You'll find all of that.
Yeah.
Because you won't see it in like on the ESPN.
Yeah, they ain't gonna talk about that.
But you'll see it in like the local papers. You know.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's go to this
Next one up. We got Milwaukee versus Chicago.
Oh, man.
Who you got?
All right, you go for it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's who I got.
Me too.
And like,
I want the Bulls to win so bad.
Like, I would love to give y'all more of a breakdown. Like, obviously, you got
me too.
You got Zach. You got Lonzo. You got DeRozan.
You got Vucevic.
You got them boys over there, right?
You got Kobe White.
You got them boys.
Alex Caruso.
Right. Oh, Caruso. That was a big issue. Right. That's a player that the Lakers wish they never loved.
For real.
But you got all of them. And all of that being said,
Bucks got Giannis.
They got Giannis, nigga. And I don't know if y'all realize this, and y'all should at this point. That nigga's the face of the league, yo. In regards to just being that dude. Like, that dude that does everything well. He's that guy now. I understand. Who you got? Who you got? That's the face of the league.
I would would say Steph and KD over Giannis.
I ain't talking about old heads. I'm talking about the younger generation of players.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, obviously, people are going to know Steph, KD, stuff. I'm talking about the guy who does everything right. Everything. Defense and offense and youth.
And champion.
And champion. And MVP.
And MVP. 2 times.
See what I'm saying?
Not once, 2 times.
That's what I'm saying, though. You feel me? So when you look at it that way, I'm not going against him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, what up, Mike? Huh?
Mike Basie.
Yo. But no, man, you can't go against that.
You're right.
You can't, like, I ain't going against it.
I'm not going against it. You know, I want to. Zach LaVine the homie, but I mean, unless Zach dropping 50 a game, like,
right.
I mean, DeRozan too, but I mean, like, Giannis. that's all I put. When I thought about this year, that's Giannis.
Yeah.
If the Bulls beat the Bucks, that would be like crazy.
No.
I want the Bulls to win.
Like that,
I'm cheering for the Bulls, but if I were to make a prediction, I have to predict the Bucks.
All right, let's go to this next series.
Last one in the East.
We got the Celtics versus the Nets. Shades. Who you got?
I've seen a lot of people not being able to give their predictions on this one, but I'm going Nets. I'm going Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got 2 of the best scorers in the game.
Yep.
Arguably, they're going to go down as the best scorers in NBA history. So you got Drummond, you got Seth Curry back, you got Patty Mills, and now your boy Brown. Bruce Brown is a definite glue player. Yeah, he's their Draymond.
You swear.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I got one. I did not mean it like that. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good because I understand it.
I didn't mean it like that.
It's cool.
I'm just saying, like, y'all got one. Like,
yeah.
Nah, I didn't mean it like that. But and then you got an X factor coming into play that he may play game 1 to game 4. You got Ben Simmons reportedly coming back from the back issue. And
we're gonna talk about that part a little bit later.
You want to talk about that later? Okay. Yeah. So for the reasons I said that, I mean, I know what's going on over there at the Celtics. So I know what's going on over there at the Celtics. But barring injury, I don't see KD and Kyrie like at least not making it to the Eastern Finals this year.
Yeah, I got the Celtics.
Why?
All that what you said is true. And actually, the Ben Simmons thing is kind of one of my pieces. Because I do think that Ben Simmons will make an appearance at some point. We'll get into that more. But what's that going to do for your team chemistry? What's that do for team chemistry when you gotta bring it? This is a brand new player. This is a brand new player who ain't played with y'all. Straight up.
Oh, we potting now.
Straight up. You ain't played with them yet. You know what I'm saying? I just saw a report earlier today.
We potting, bro. Go.
I just saw a report earlier today. And Steve Nash said that Ben Simmons still ain't doing nothing at practice. Ain't doing nothing.
He said nothing.
So I look at it like this, bro. You honestly, Brooklyn, you're better off not even bringing him back or bringing him in until round 2. Don't do this mid series. Because you bring him in mid-series, that's a whole new dynamic of a team that even Brooklyn hasn't seen yet. You know what I mean? And now we gotta keep it 1,000. We still talking about the dude that's afraid to shoot. You know what I mean?
So I would agree with you. I would agree with you, but I would take it even farther. If it were me, I wouldn't play him at all. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't play him at all in the playoffs. Because obviously you don't really want to come back. It kind of seems like so you just chill, bro. And then you come back next season, you got a full off season with us, and you come in with full confidence.
Right.
But if you are going to play him, I also understand why. Because it is a big gamble.
Huge.
It's a huge gamble.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's any two players that can pull it off in the league, there's only a few.
Mm-hmm.
KD and Kyrie, I think could. Kyrie, I'm a little worried about. But so Kyrie is the one I'm a little worried about. KD, I'm not so worried about. Kyrie is the one that, but the fact that I see him play with James Harden, but Ben Simmons, here's the thing: Ben Simmons ain't like James Harden.
Right.
Ben Simmons, they just need him for 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 later on. We need you to play defense, and we need you to play make. That means in transition, you dunking or you passing. You don't need to be shooting shots. When you get the ball, you dribble, do your thing. Unless you're feeling it. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Do your thing. If not,
we know
play
he's
make.
feeling it.
If not, then you
he ain't feeling it, bro.
If not, we're using you for the pick and roll, and you get the ball to the right person. Because if you get him going that way, then the defense gonna come, and it's gonna vice versa. All they need him to do is to play make and defense. For that, I feel comfortable playing him. If they feel comfortable playing him, I would feel comfortable because of KD and Kyrie there. If it was other players, like, sorry to say this to my homies, but DeRozan and Zach, no. KD and Kyrie, I'm cool with that. But if it were me as a coach, nah, you staying on the bench, homie. You staying on the bench.
And look, I think KD and Kyrie are good. They're the goods. You know what I mean? And I've seen it from they have done it in the playoffs, right?
That's too much.
I've seen Tatum do it in the playoffs too. I've seen Jaylen Brown do it in the playoffs too. Both of them boys.
Do what?
Ball and get their teams dubs in clutch situations in the playoffs. Now, have they won championships? No. I'm talking about but we ain't talking about championship right now.
Talking about first round.
We talking about first round. We talking about first round basketball.
Dang, that's crazy. One of them going home.
That's crazy. That's crazy because the East got it's kind of stacked like that.
I kind of wanted to see the Bulls versus Celtics.
Yeah, but here we are. You know,
Here we are.
Hey, you never know. You probably could still see the Bulls versus Celtics.
That is a possibility.
And now I kind of
the probability of that happening, though.
Oh yeah, no. We swimming in none right now, but I'm just saying, I would love to see it.
I would.
You know what I mean? And I think we will see it in the future, but it may not happen this year.
May not happen this year.
Yeah, no. But
let's slide over to the West.
Let's slide over to the West, man. Let's take a look at what we got. We got Phoenix versus what's likely going to be the Pelicans. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, we know what the vibe is. 4 versus 5. Dallas versus Utah Jazz.
This one was hard for me.
Who you got?
I went with your boy.
Luka?
I went with Luka.
Luka!
He ain't even playing game 1.
Huh?
He ain't playing game 1. He got a calf injury.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm still going with Dallas.
I still went Dallas.
But
when he come back.
As long as he don't come back and get hurt.
Yeah, if Luka's not himself, then yeah, Utah got it. But it might be a blessing to Utah that Luka's coming because a healthy Luka, you know. But that's where he needs to take his offseason more serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
in shape Luka.
But this is the thing: you need to be taking your offseason very serious because you're in this to play deep into the playoffs. That's what you should be shooting for, Luka. So if you need to be shooting to be in good condition to play deep into a playoff, you need to be taking your offseason serious.
You need to go train with Joker. Because
Yeah.
Joker made that change.
Yeah, and you see the shape, the different type of shape that Joker is in. You know what I mean?
Now he's up for the MVP twice.
Yeah. So looking at it that way, man, like
I might have to switch my pick.
go ahead. I'm not. I ain't changing it up.
I might switch to Utah. They might go out the second round, but I think if Luka can come in and ball though, I'm going mad. But I mean, you can't go one side, so I'm just gonna stay Jazz.
Okay.
Because Luka's not 100%.
Bet. All right, Golden State versus Denver. Who you got?
I'm going Warriors, bro.
Yeah, I just saw a report that Steph's playing game 1. So this is over for y'all. This. Oh, yeah, they almost made me say something wild.
What?
They almost made me say something wild.
What? You got Warriors winning it?
This is sweet. And I don't give a damn what that sounds like to anybody. I can say this nigga don't know basketball. You gonna say all that shit?
Nah, they don't got Jamal Murray.
I can say all that shit.
If they had Jamal Murray, then there'll be a different story.
Say all that shit. This is sweet. If Steph back game 1, this is sweet.
If they get hot like they do in the playoffs, bro, the NBA better watch out. The NBA better be on notice if them boys if they become the Splash Brothers again, because it can happen. Because Clay been on a mission.
Yeah.
And if Steph shot on and Clay shot on, and you still got Wiggins that can drive and Poole, and then Draymond gonna do Draymond things, bruh. And then Tim Hardaway doing his defense. Like, bro, they got a squad, bro. They got a squad.
Get the brooms.
Bro, they got a squad, bro. Yeah, I'm going
Brooms.
Warriors. Now that you say that, I was going Warriors anyway, but I'm definitely going Warriors.
All right, and then we got Memphis versus Minnesota. Who you got? Yeah, I got Memphis, dog. Ja.
Ja.
That's what it is.
Ja, no. I'm giving them respect. Ja and Grizz. Ja and the Grizz, for sure.
Ja.
Ja and the Grizz. Ja.
Yeah.
Ja, man.
Ja, man.
I got Ja, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, for sure. For sure.
That's
no, okay. Ja's here. He's here, though.
That's what we got for our first round.
Complete game. You know what I love about Ja is he learned from Russell Westbrook. Ja has something Russell Westbrook has struggled his whole career with. Is being able to go with the flow of the game and control your speed.
Yeah. And
use it to your advantage. Because you don't have to play that way all the time. Like,
right. You don't have to play 100 miles
per hour, like, all the time. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. But that's what we got for the first round. And once we get out of this, get closer to the end of this first round, we'll go ahead and start getting these predictions in for round 2. You know?
Most definitely.
What else we got here? All right.
I want to know. Now it's time to get into some more details of like what's your top 3 NBA playoff series of all time that you've witnessed, that you've been witness? Because we can't go the 70s and the 80s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just talking about like what we've seen, what we've grown up, basically the Jordan era, Kobe era, LeBron era, Curry era, KD era.
I get it. So as I told you pre-pod, I have my list is gonna be a little bit recency bias, right? And the reason being is one, it's a common theme throughout mine, right?
Oh my God.
It's a common theme throughout mine.
I kind of have an idea what's about to come here.
And then 2, my memory of like early 2000 series is not strong like that. Like, if we think about it, like if I'm thinking about a 2002 series, that's 20 years ago, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember them.
And I may have, and I watched them.
And the Spurs.
And I watched them. Like, I watched those series. I was at sports bars watching. You know what I mean? But like intricate details of series like that, I don't remember that shit. Like I remember like football series, like football games.
Yeah.
Like, and that's probably more because I'm more of a football than a basketball guy. Yeah. That just is what it is. So when I give you these, realize that this is with recency bias taking into
I
account.
didn't no gunshots ready, dude.
Nah, they ain't super crazy. You know what I'm saying? The first one I'm gonna give you is 2012 Eastern Conference Finals between the Heat and the Celtics. That comes from we talked about last week. You know, playoff games. Your number one, your top 3 playoff games. But one of my 3 was in this series. You know what I mean? And that was the LeBron 45, 15, and 5 game, game 6. But this series was like back and forth, bro.
Yeah.
Miami went on won the first 2 games. Boston came back and won 3 straight. You know what I mean? So leaving the Heat on the ropes.
Yeah.
3 down 3-2.
I remember that.
Game 6 was the LeBron game, the 45, 15, and 5, causing the game 7. That was a back and forth pendulum swing ass fucking series.
And that was like real rivalry.
That was a real rivalry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Real rivalry. Jesus Christ. Scared myself. I was like, oh snap, what just happened?
Alright, my number 2. My number 2 would be the 2016 NBA Finals. Cavs versus Warriors. Warriors went up 3-1. We know what happens when a team goes up 3-1. It's over. And then Draymond gets suspended. And then Kyrie and LeBron go crazy. I remember seeing the stat where both of them dropped 41. Both of them shot well over 50%. And they didn't have mad turnovers. Like I just remember seeing that as being a stat line for one of them games. But then for them to come back from being down 3-1 to win that series, crazy. This nigga don't like y'all's eardrums. That's
My fault, Peach.
And so that's my number 2. And my number 1 series, and this is doubly biased. And I acknowledge that. 2013 NBA Finals. Heat versus Spurs. Bro, Spurs up 3-2. It's game 6. Are they gonna lose to the Spurs? LeBron shoots the 3. It ricochets off. Chris Bosh get the rebound, kicks it out. Ray Allen, baseline, backstep. Wet, boy. I remember that. I remember that shot like it was.
I remember that.
That shot, it's the Ray Allen shot.
Yeah.
Sending that game to game 7, and then by that point, when you get to game 7,
the awareness, the wherewithal to know where you at and step back.
Everything was in dumb wet. Like that shit was, you know what I'm saying? Bro.
Curry wet.
Like that shot, I was at the condo, dog, and that shot went in, and like there were people sleeping in the condo, and I'm doing my best not to scream out loud, but I really didn't give a fuck at that point. Cause that shot by Ray Allen was that's a legendary shot.
Bro, what?
It's a legendary shot.
Legend.
Damn. You know what I mean? That's all I can say when I think about that. So like that's my top 3.
For sure.
That's my top 3. What's your top 3, bro?
All right, my top 3 is one of yours. The 2016 NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Cavs versus Warriors.
That was a good one.
Like for him to win that and then win it for Cleveland. And the way he did it, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely go 2016 NBA Finals Cavs versus Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
My second one, I got the Magic versus the Cavs. When it was Dwight Howard, Rashad Lewis.
2008?
2009.
Yeah.
Jameer Nelson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did they have Turkoglu?
That might have been
I
earlier
think
than
it might have
2009.
No, that was 2009. I checked it.
Okay, true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I checked it. It was 2009. But you know, LeBron hit that. LeBron hit that buzzer beater, boy. And
Game 1.
yeah.
And that shit, and I was like, oh damn, because like at the time, Orlando was that team. You know what I'm saying? And like I saw LeBron hit that it was like right at the top of the key. That shit was nasty.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn. And then I was like, oh fuck, now Bron's done. Like I could see Bron's doing everything, but Mo Williams ain't stepping up, all that shit, you know.
Yeah, exactly. We know the story. My number one, it kind of correlates with one of my favorite moments, the '98 Bulls NBA Final Series against the Jazz.
Yep.
That series was crazy. I remember watching that as a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't watch basketball during the season like that, but when the playoffs was on, I was watching that, especially the finals. So yeah, that's definitely mine. Jordan hitting that shot at the end. You know, that series was full of like defense and like dunks and transition and very, very old school play, but you know what I'm saying, it was low scoring games, but at the same time, like them boys was balling, like going back and forth. Karl Malone, John Stockton, not Bill Russell, whatever the dude's name is, something. Byron Russell. Scottie Pippen, Kerr, Kukoc was balling. Kerr was hitting them threes. If I'm not mistaken, they had Ron Harper at the time.
Yeah. So
Dennis Rodman, you know what I'm saying? Luke Longley. You know what I'm saying? Luke hitting the freaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook shots.
Oh, shit. No, but those were good, man. Everyone you brought up is still dope, too. I wish I could remember more about, like, obviously, I was watching it when I was younger. I was able to watch the Bulls when I was younger.
Yeah.
But, like,
I was about to put in there the Bulls versus Pacers playoff series that one time. Reggie Miller and MJ going at it. Reggie Miller like going around. Finally get. I'm like dang, bro.
I remember moments from back then, but I don't remember a whole ass series. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I didn't want to come out here and be faking shit like you know I've been watching.
Yeah.
Like no, I'll watch the series more than likely. I just don't remember all of that.
That '98 Bulls series, bro. Like Kukoc and Kerr, bro. Like those are role players.
Well, we got the playoffs starting tomorrow, so
yeah, let's watch that.
It's gonna be a great situation.
Great situation.
All right, man. Let's talk about this this LeBron and Steph Curry thing, right? So after last week's pod, we went into this. And it was I think we was just amped up last week, so we was just going at each other. But like, okay, so Brian comes out on the shop and says, or somebody asks him like, would you be a teammate of would you want to be a teammate with Steph? And he was like, yeah, I would. Some shit like that. And then Steph responded on Draymond's pod. And he was like, it's kind of surreal to think that, you know, he would want to be a teammate of mine and all that good stuff. But, you know, he's like, but that's fantasy. You know what I mean? That's shit's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I was at with it. I'm like, yo, I mean, it was hypothetical. That was a question to ask. You were saying about the timing of it, though, right?
Yeah, it was the wrong time. I mean, after the finals and everything, if they did it like after the finals and it's the off season and he does it on the show, like to me that's better timing. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole Lakers debacle there, I just felt the timing was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the fact that Steph responded the way that he did, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that. I mean, if LeBron finishes out his contract and becomes a free agent, like what can they say? I mean, last year is his last year. Next year is his last year on the contract, right?
Yeah. I don't think they would be teammates anyway. Like LeBron's not going to Golden State. That's one.
Why not? Why wouldn't he?
Why would he?
Why would he not? If you're a free agent, why would you go? If you had the opportunity, you're a free agent, and they say you can come, like why not?
Because LeBron will still demand a certain level of pay, and Golden State can't afford that.
I mean, he took less money to play with the Heat, and then he'll be later on. It's not like LeBron need money.
It's not. No, LeBron doesn't need money, but LeBron still likes to be valued.
But I would say he would value a championship over.
Listen.
Over that.
Like you said, you just brought up his pay with the Heat, and LeBron was willing to just take that sacrifice at the time. And then once he left the Heat, you realized none of his contracts looked nothing like the Heat, right? Because LeBron realized, like, yo, I like winning, but I like to get paid where I'm valued at. And there's every other contract.
He hasn't really played with a situation where he had a D Wade and a Bosh. Going to the Warriors, that's what you got. Now you got to make that sacrifice if you want another ship.
Yeah, but see, this is where then I don't. This is exactly why I don't think he goes to Golden State, because LeBron doesn't want the easy chip, because then it's gonna look like you're ring chasing. LeBron ain't been the nigga that's been.
But I mean, you don't want to look that way, but everybody labeled him like that anyway. So what's the difference? He already had that label.
Because when people labeled him that shit was just straight up hating.
Was it?
Yes. Yes. People hated LeBron, one, because they just hated LeBron. They hated him because for reasons that they made up in their mind to hate that guy.
I mean, the Miami move was a ring chase, but the Cleveland move like balanced it out. But the Miami move was a ring chase.
The Miami move was, I'm a free agent. I'm the best player in the league, and I can go anywhere. Explanation. If I would have went to the Spurs, you would have said it was a ring chase. If I would have went to, you could have went to several different teams that has another superstar. He's just getting out of Cleveland. And now, just going to Miami and then Miami also acquiring Chris Bosh help, yes. But that man was going to Miami regardless, just to go with D-Wade.
I would say media-wise correct, but I'm talking as far as my opinion. If he went to another team and it wasn't like two other superstars that formed, I don't think that I would label that as a ring chase.
If he goes to the Spurs, is it a ring chase?
To me, no.
So going to play with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, that's not a ring chase?
No, because Tim Duncan was at the end of his career. And you got Greg Popovich as a coach. So for me,
that says that you're proving my point.
But I'm saying
you got Greg Pop as a coach. Spoelstra wasn't proven yet.
For sure.
Spoelstra wasn't proven at all.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Miami Heat have already won a championship. D-Wade has won a championship.
The Spurs have won championships though, dog. You see what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
So like if him going to the Spurs wouldn't have been a ring chase with a better coach, Tony Parker, and then you could say Tim Duncan was towards his way towards the end of his career, but at the end of the day, Tim Duncan was still putting up Tim Duncan like stats.
But
I'm
just saying for me, bro, like going to the Spurs is like it's different for me because Pop is Pop. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is going to jive with that type of. You know what I'm saying? That's not just going for ring chasing. That's like going for like discipline and like trying to get your game better and like
you're going to a coach that's already won championships. You just said about the Heat organization having won championships. You're going to a coach that's been responsible for the championships.
I understand.
So that to me that's more of a ring chase than not.
I feel not to me because you have Tim Duncan, but Tim Duncan it was like at the end of his career, and Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili is not Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
But Tim Duncan, towards the end of his career, was still putting in 30-something minutes a game and still playing the exact same as he came into the league, because he came into the league with the exact same game he had his last career, at his last game of his career.
Okay, that's one other superstar, bro. That's not two. That's my point.
Tony Parker at the time was a superstar. You're crazy.
Not for me.
What?
Tony Parker's an all-star player. He's not on the. He's Tony Parker to D Wade. No.
Okay, and then
Tony Parker to Chris Bosh. No. Tony Parker to come on, compare him to a superstar. No.
Hall of Famer. Is Tony Parker a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
So he went to go play with a Hall of Famer.
Okay, you can say that.
So he went to go play with 2 Hall of Famers. So he went to go play with potentially 3 Hall of Famers and a Hall of Fame coach. That's a ring chase. That's like KD going to the Warriors, except for Steve Kerr. You got 1 championship, but you ain't got no lineage.
Yeah.
Craig Pop got the lineage. You see what I'm saying?
I see why you come to why you think it would be labeled a ring chase. I'm saying I see why you saying that. I definitely see why the media would take that and spin that and say that it's a ring chase. 100%.
That's not spinning it. That's not spinning it. Like
I'm just saying it's not a ring chase, bro, because you can go there for different reasons. The same reasons why KD was trying to say why he went to the Warriors. Like everybody is going to label it a ring chase, but I went there to become a better and a more efficient basketball player.
So why can't LeBron say the same thing about going to Miami when you go into Miami's culture and you be in an environment with Pat Riley, who was a multi-time championship winning coach, and going into that culture? That's multiple reasons you can go to Miami. The exact same thing that you're saying about Miami could be said about if he went to the Spurs.
Yeah, but the difference to me is the fact that when you went there, you had D-Wade there already, but then you got another superstar. So you have 3 superstars on the team.
Who got another superstar?
The Heat did.
The Heat did.
Correct.
So
if he would have went to the Spurs, and Tim Duncan was there, and then there was like another player that came there.
So LeBron didn't bring him in. The Heat brought him in to make their team.
It was either going to be Bosh or Carmelo. They was already talking about it, bro.
So at the end of the day, the team has to make the decision, right?
Oh my gosh, here we go.
What is there to here we go about, dog? Like the team has to make the decision to still bring in the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, yes or no? Do they have that decision or not?
Yeah.
Does Pat Riley have that decision or not? Because you're talking about it like it's some nonsensical guy in the front office. We talking about Pat Riley, dog. Pat Riley got every say in that building. D-Wade say don't override Pat Riley's say. Not in Miami.
100%.
So that's why I'm saying they went out and got themselves another piece to go with D-Wade. Yes, they may have talked about it. They may have even pitched it. But until Miami signs off on it, ain't nothing official.
And then when they got another piece, that's a superstar, and that's why I think it's a ring chase. So that's why I came to that conclusion. Thank you for spelling it out.
I'm not gonna talk about going to the Spurs. Ain't no damn ring chase. What the fuck? A team that's notoriously right here next to a championship all the time, and that's not a ring chase. Why don't we? This man just be. Homies, please, if you're watching this in the YouTube comments, please put your opinion of this down in the YouTube comments. Let us know which way you stand on this, and keep us.
Do you think is him going to the Spurs a ring chase? Do you not think if LeBron would have went to the Spurs
in 2010?
In
2010. By the way, Tim Duncan didn't retire until like 2014. But that's another story, though. But yeah, we 2015, something like that. Anyway, but that's another story. That's neither here nor there.
Most definitely, brother. You know what I mean?
No,
but yeah, Tim Duncan is one superstar compared to 2 superstars.
Yeah, but
100%.
Like Tony Parker and Ginobili is some scrubs. They scrubs. They scrubs now.
I never said that.
They scrubs.
I never said that.
It's gross.
I just said
They're not potential Hall of Famers.
I just said
They're not potential Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So going to a team with 3 potential Hall of Famers on it, but 4 potential Hall of Famers if you want to put the coach in there too. But we ain't gonna talk about that because that's not important in this scenario.
Oh, and a young Kawhi was on that team too. That would be nice.
5 potential.
That would be nice.
But it's not a real chance. All right, yo. All right. So,
some Ninja Tape news. We got some NCAA news. You know what I'm saying? Florida Gators had orange and blue game, and then your boy Anthony Richardson was said to be looking spot on. Based on the highlights, I didn't see the whole thing, but I did see some highlights. On the highlights I did see, he was very decisive on his decision making.
What up, no Peach?
What up, Pete?
P-Dot, G-Dot.
G-Dot, you dig? Anthony Richardson was looking fantastic. Very decisive on his reads. It's definitely a change from going from Emory Jones to Anthony Richardson. I definitely saw a sense of urgency trying to get the ball out. When he decided to run, he made his choice and he ran. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't should I run? Should I not? So,
right.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we ain't got to deal with that. So I feel a lot stronger when we play a team like LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Florida State. They coming back, even though I hate to admit it, but yeah, Florida State, they probably will be coming back. But
well, they gotta find a quarterback first.
Yeah,
because they swear they love Jordan Travis, but they know that's not
the move.
They know that's not the guy, but they don't have the guy on campus.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run the Georgia Tech offense. But yeah, I'm basically just saying we have our quarterback at least for this year. Hopefully, he stays till next year. Get right. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's good. That's good news for the Gators, man. So I'm not gonna say I'm super excited, but I'm starting to get very excited for the season coming up.
Thank you, that fits you, by the way. Thank y'all for making me wear that shirt. I appreciate y'all. Because if for me having to wear that shirt, we got Mario Cristobal, and we got I don't know, like a top 10 staff in the country.
And then y'all recruits.
And then we brought in recruits. And I know that y'all were looking to try to get that former 5-star offensive lineman from Georgia who's in the transfer portal. I knew that he went and visited Florida State yesterday.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday. Wednesday or yesterday?
2 days ago.
Wednesday. So he went there Wednesday. But that same guy is going to he's actually already in Miami as of yesterday, and he's not leaving until Sunday. So, but that was nice of him to go stop by, school for like a day, and then come down to from the school for the weekend. But yeah, so y'all so Anthony Richardson looking efficient out there. Decisive with his making great decisions is what you're saying.
No, it's not just making great decisions. It's the urgency to make those decisions. You know what I mean? It's not just waiting, because, bro, literally Emory Jones would take 3 seconds to look at 2 reads, 2 progressions.
Yeah, that's
like, bro, and then when it's time to run, you wouldn't run. And then when he ran too early. You know what I mean? Not reading the game, not in the flow. He didn't have a feel for the game. He wanted the game to mold to his, you know what I mean? To mold it when you're not going at a good speed, bro. You gotta come on. So, because that played us, that hurt. That right there, that's what beat us in the Bama game.
So outside of Anthony Richardson, who's somebody we should be looking for from the games?
To be determined.
Okay.
I haven't heard too much of anything besides Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
But I'll definitely get back to you around.
Since y'all had y'all's blue and orange game?
Yeah.
Orange and blue?
Orange and blue
game. I want to make sure I put some respect on the name.
100%. I appreciate that, man.
So
always appreciate it.
The orange and blue game. We got our spring game tomorrow. Everything I've seen so far in regards to reports is Tyler Van Dyke still that dude. Matter of fact, my dog just got a NIL deal with believe it's a BMW company.
Ooh,
right?
you already know they gave that boy a car.
Oh, matter of fact, while we talking about it, I'm gonna pull it up real quick because yeah, he definitely got the whip. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, BMW, boy, that's props to him, man.
But
blessings to see the young one being able to come out here.
$95,000 deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, bro. In college, let's go.
You feel me?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like
good shot.
Like that's
and that will help them get used to having a little bit of money, so when they get in the league, they're not just
walking into the first time I ever
you know what I'm saying? Like this is good, bro. This is good for them. This is real good for them, 100%.
So I like what I'm seeing. I continue to see from Tyler Van Dyke because he came in last year. Matter of fact, yeah. Hold up, I gotta show you this real quick. My dog got the.
Ooh.
My dog got the whip.
750.
Got this. My dog got the whip.
750 though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, $95 million deal. The BMW 750i Sport for the rest of his collegiate career.
95.
Through the end deal with some kind of auto gallery. I can't say the name of that shit.
Dang.
But shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them.
But no, he's been doing this thing. Obviously, our top receiver, Charleston Rambo, he's going. Our second receiver, Mike Harley, he's going. So now it's time for Deuce to start stepping up. We got the transfer from Clemson.
Next up,
we got the transfer from Clemson.
Yeah, he had to go.
So I'm looking forward to see where Frank Loudman, I believe that's how you say his name. Forgive me if I butchered the shit out of that. But he's a transfer former 4-star receiver that was with Clemson, transferred down. We got Keyshawn Smith, who was going to be that dude, and then we got like a bunch of different like slot guys that I just want to see who's going to be the one that comes out. We got Xavier Restrepo, who got some burn last year, but we got this dude named Rashard Smith, who reminds me of
Various?
No. Person. Oh.
You gotta be careful.
I know that you saw how careful I was with that. You saw how careful I was with that.
Because this ain't NFL we talking college.
I know.
You gotta be careful.
I know what I'm saying.
All right.
But that's who he reminds me of.
What's his name?
Rashard Smith. And
we'll be looking out for Mr. Rashard.
Number 12.
Number 12?
Yeah, just be on the lookout for him.
All right.
We can put him.
You saw the move shift, right? I was like,
we can put him anywhere.
Better be careful.
We can put him anywhere.
Oh, nasty.
And he can do anything.
Okay.
Like
he's that guy.
He's that guy.
The Anthony Thomas.
Person. Come give me no Anthony.
Sorry, trying to slide it away.
Person. So no, but yeah, man. I guess we ain't really got to talk about Ben Simmons that much more, man. Look, Ben Simmons, hey, he might be coming back game 4.
We kind of dived into it already, dog. You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like it could work into their favor. But it's up to Ben Simmons though too, because if he just goes into the whole mental thing, if he has a bad time, like he got to be able to being able to, even if you fall, bro, be able to get back up, bro. Just take it, bro. Keep running.
Somebody got to be there to pick him up. He got 2 good enough teammates that
he got KD and Kyrie that's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that can potentially do that for him, but somebody got to pick him up.
100%.
And get him there. You know what I mean? What else we got, dog? That's it? That's it for this?
Yeah.
That's it? That's it, niggas? Homies? Y'all know the vibes?
Yeah, bro. We ain't going 2 hours today.
Hey, you see, I'm
saying hour and 45.
I'm so accustomed to, bro, we've been hitting 210. You know what I'm saying?
Off the rip.
So, but
it's going to get juicy though, probably because these playoffs we're going to be deep in the NBA, bro.
Oh yeah, it's
playoff time.
It's now officially we lead off with NBA.
Oh, 100%.
Y'all know the vibes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got any shout outs before we get up out of here, man?
Hey, man. man, shouts out to the homies. Shouts out to the fans out there. Happy Easter to everybody. Hope everybody has a safe holiday weekend.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Stay safe out there. Please don't drink and drive. We got Uber. You know what I'm saying? It's 2022. Shouts out to all the international homies, and prayers are out to yes, bro. You know we miss you too, homie. Anytime. Hey man, you can call in too. You know
yeah, you can always call in.
Always call in, homie. We got it right on the phone call. You feel me? So, but yeah, bro. Like, just shouts out to Chastity Taylor Foundation, Hunger Fight. Everybody keep doing your thing. If you can, find a nonprofit organization to sponsor. You know, give back to the community. But yeah, man, that's all I got, homie.
Yeah, I gotta use the bathroom, so I'm out. Well, holla at y'all though, you feel me?